the details yet there. Anthony Barry was his assistant manager at Bayern Munich. My understanding is that Tuchel would like to take Anthony Barry with him to England, but Anthony Barry is still tied to a contract with Bayern Munich and is on gardening leave. So whether those negotiations have happened with Bayern Munich between them and the FA to try and release Anthony Barry, I think we'll find out in due course, and we'll get some of those answers tomorrow when we speak to the chief executive of the FA. But has Thomas Tuchel's backroom staff been sorted yet, or is that something still to be sorted? Thomas Tuchel has proved himself as a club manager in 3 different countries, where he's won trophies in every single country. Can he, in a very different environment, become a successful international manager who can win trophies for England? That's the question mark. We'll only know in the next couple of years, the 2026 World Cup in America, Canada and Mexico. Can he deliver a trophy for England there? He's backed himself, he thinks he can, and he's still a young man at 51, so this isn't the final job he's going to have in his career, which we often hear about with international managers. You get it later in your career. No, this is an ambitious guy. He will expect to stay in this England job for a long time and win trophies, but continue his managerial career beyond that. A stepping stone for him, not a stepping stone for the FA. A key appointment that they hope they've got right.
Right, 1 trophy. How will England play under Tuchel?
Well, look, wherever he's gone, he's played attacking, positive football, and we heard from people in his camp today who told us very clearly that his pitch to the FA when they interviewed him was to sell this idea of high-octane football. It will be attacking. He will get a lot of England's attacking talent onto the pitch. They will play with a high press. They will play with high energy. That's what he will expect of them. It will be an attractive style. I think England fans will like to see it. It's the sort of football they want to see. It's what they criticised Gareth Southgate for not doing for so long. But just a word of caution, Lee Carsley tried that against Greece the other day, didn't he? Absolutely filled the side with attacking talent, and England came a cropper. They looked really, really open. They lost the game 2-1. In truth, it could have been 4 or 5-1. Gareth Southgate always said to me, I'm not a fantasy football manager, I'm the England manager. I can't crowbar all of that talent in. We have to have a system. Thomas Tuchel knows that. He's a brilliant tactician. So I think it will be attacking, it will be entertaining, England will score goals, and it'll keep them secure at the back. Can he make all of that into a formula that wins England a trophy, where he's kissing one like that, the European Championships or the World Cup? We'll see, won't we?
I think first of all, it's important to state that it was amicable and it followed an in-person conversation at Old Trafford between Sir Alex Ferguson and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Now this is a wider part of a cost-cutting exercise by Manchester United, and Sir Alex Ferguson, he will still remain as a non-executive director at the club. He'll still be in attendance at matches. But the change comes where those ambassadorial duties, which started in 2013, they will finalise at the end of this season. And it used to cost the club a reported £3 million. So when you look at the scale of what Ineos are trying to do in terms of limit the losses Manchester United are making, that fee is in relation to that. They feel that they're saving now. This is a very emotive topic given the legendary status of Sir Alex, but I think it's hugely important to remember that this doesn't detract from his legacy at all. It doesn't take away from any of his achievements. United are the behemoth they are because of what he did and what he built. And removing him from that position or not paying him that money anymore doesn't change anything that he's achieved, and it doesn't affect that legacy. I think it's also very important for us to be sensitive to the staff at the club who have lost their jobs due to this cost-cutting exercise, who have actually needed the money and required that security of employment. And I think even Sir Alex would feel uncomfortable if there was a big fuss made about him losing, that financial earnings when so many ordinary people have gone through it.
I hear you. Look, after the international break, focus is obviously switching towards the return of the Premier League then. Where do United stand right now on the manager situation?
pretty much as I reported on Sky Sports News last week, Tuesday, which is that Erik ten Hag always expected to return to work during this international break and remain in position as Manchester United manager. The noises from the club were no different, and I had reported that while that executive committee was convening in London. Now, naturally, given the fact that United have suffered their worst start to a Premier League season, they're winless across 5 competitions, they're struggling to score, the timing of that meeting during an international break was always going to lead to speculation. But Ten Hag received public and private backing from sporting director Dan Ashworth and the CEO Omar Barada. And because he's got an open, transparent line of communication with the leadership team now, he would have heard any different if his position was in jeopardy, if there was any decision to be made on that. But he was very calm. He actually used these days off to return to the Netherlands, spend some time with his family. He was back at Carrington yesterday to prepare for Brentford. United have been very keen to be patient and offer Ten Hag time and support. And having made that decision to stick with him following that season review at the end of the summer, it would be weird for them to then pull the plug at the first sign of